Good morning, everyone, and welcome to AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jen Carfagno. These temperatures again yesterday setting records from Flint, Michigan, all the way down to San Juan, Puerto Rico. We set a record high temperature yesterday. Plus, we do have a front. Will it change the temperatures? How much rain will it bring in the Northeast? We will take a look at that. And don't break out the swimsuits just yet. And there's some other spots that we'll watch for that. That's kind of the problem with a warm atmosphere like we have out here to start this Wednesday morning, is that there will be some fog. Our jet stream is still far to the north. The storm track is still going to be far to the north. Any cold air is still stuck well up here into northern Canada. So we stay above average for a good chunk of the country again today. So here's the readings. These are the afternoon highs, and even despite a front coming through in Texas, it's not changing our temperatures all that much. Dallas, we're still staying in the mid 60s. Won't be in the 70s like yesterday, but we're still not bad, and we go back up again to 69 by the time we get into tomorrow. A lot of warmth on the southwest. Temperatures are actually going to be in the 70s as opposed to the 80s, but still above average here. And then we look at your Friday forecast. Denver, we're back to 60 degrees. Dallas, we're back to 70. Omaha, Nebraska, 57 degrees. So the above average readings. You know, Phoenix, you kind of forget that our average high this time of year is 70. We've been setting record highs in Arizona. Phoenix may not be a record, but we're going up to 80 again today, and we'll stay close to it all the way through the end of the week and into the weekend. Temperatures in the upper 70s. What about Dallas? So our temperatures, you know, we got to get into the mid 80s to get to records this time of year, but our average high is 62 degrees. The closest we come to that is today at 65, and then we're right back up into the 70s by the time we get into Friday and staying there into the weekend. A very warm pattern continuing. Where's the cold, you're asking? It is coming. So don't wish this away if you like the warm. 52 degrees right now for today's your forecast in Oklahoma City, a smidge below average behind this front. And then we're heading up back to the 70s by the time we head into Sunday. All right, let's take a look in view. It is Wednesday. It is hump day. Let's look ahead and get that weekend planned. So this is the time of year when there's lots going on. There's lots of traveling. There's lots of shopping. There's lots of decorating. We got to get through this week, and the week does look pretty good. Weather-wise, we keep it warm. We keep it mild. The fronts come in and out, and they don't bring a ton of rain. So let's get into Thursday. And you can see our front tracking east. This is the second front of the week. It is going to bring a few showers, maybe down to the south, but not as rainy as that might lead you to believe. Just a couple of showers moving east, heading all the way to the east by the time we get to Friday. So temperatures are staying above average for the most part this week. Miami, we're still in the 80s. Denver, we're still 60. In New York City, we will be 50. Let's get into the weekend. I'll show you your Saturday forecast. Next system coming into the west. Now we're going to start to see a pattern change. So we get to keep most of the weekend pretty benign across the eastern two-thirds of the country, and really for the most part the west. But as this next sort of dip in the jet stream starts to build on in, that will start to affect the rest of the nation getting into the middle of next week. And a community by the shore is being erased. Welcome back to AMHQ Early on this warm Wednesday. The cold is on hold for a lot of cities, including these spots anywhere across the U.S. You got to go way up to see that. So the warmth is on. The jet stream is still far to the north, and you can see this pattern where, you know, we've got our flow. There are disturbances that are moving through. They're just so far north, and they don't have any cold air to work with. So we're not really going to see much in the way of snowfall, and we're actually not going to even see much in the way in rainfall, simply because there's just not access to moisture. So here's a look at the temperatures. It truly is a week of temperature stories. Today in Dallas, 65 degrees. Compared to the 70s, yes, we've cooled down a bit thanks to the front, but it's still above average, and we're warming back up. By tomorrow, back to 60 in Oklahoma City, back to 68 in Dallas. Temperatures back into Omaha, 56 degrees by the time we get into Friday. Staying warm. Phoenix, we're back to 80 degrees. What a warm November. What a dry November we have had as well. Phoenix, no rain this entire autumn. You have to go back to August 23rd to see the last time we got rain right here. So we've literally gone 3 months with no rain, and temperatures have been very warm. Dallas, we've also had a dry, actually, November, where we've had about half of our average rainfall. And warm. Temperatures closer to average today, but still above average, and we'll go up from here. Temperatures back to the mid 70s by the time we get to the weekend. No rain in sight here either. It gets pretty windy on Sunday, but that will be a south wind you have right here. But enjoy the weather. Take a hike, Kennesaw Mountain, the Chattahoochee River, the Beltline, all good spots in Atlanta today as temperatures go above average, 10 to 20 degrees above average throughout the entire southeast. Some spots are starting off cool in the morning, but then warming up very nicely in the afternoon. Temperatures today go back to the mid 60s, upper 60s in Memphis, Atlanta, Raleigh. We are going to be 70 degrees. New York City, 59 degrees. And we've got the big tree lighting tonight at Rockefeller Center. It really works out weather-wise fantastic if you're in town. Enjoy it today. There is a front coming through that will knock down our temperatures. And I will say say that the first part of today looks better than the second part of today in New York City. We will see temperatures cooling down a bit, not far from average, but you know, we won't be as warm as today, but then we go back up again by the time we get to Friday, back to 50 degrees for a high temperature. DC, our temperature is well above average today. The average high is 53. We're going to 64 today, and then we're right close to average Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back up again by Sunday to 58 degrees. Is this ever going to end? Is this warm fall? Well, the fall is going to end very warm, but how will December start? Because, by the way, we kick off December on Friday. Memphis, we kick off the month above average, 61 degrees, closer to 70 by the time we wrap up the weekend. The warm weather continues in Chicago. We are in it too. 41 degrees is our average high. We're going to stay above average through the entire next 5 days. Temperatures are actually in the 50s. There are signs of cold weather there in your forecast, Chicago. So we promise you winter is coming. Let's go coast to coast right now with your Wednesday weather headlines. And Lee, it is time on this Wednesday to plan your weekend. Weather-wise, we've got a lot of sunshine today, got a lot of warm temperatures. Denver, we're back into the 50s. You can see around Chicago, we're in the 40s behind the U.S. could see some more snow. We've got your winter weather update.